What I like about the Exeter challenge, first of all, it was a good win for Exeter against Cast.
Yeah, great to see Jack Noel back.
And
give a shout
Slade,
out.
you know,
man of
there's
the
a
match,
bit,
Jack Noel, great try.
yeah, so there's a bit more potential for them to go wide.
Yeah.
They have a good pack, but like what happened in Exeter is that there was a bit of a grind, and while I think Munster's pack probably is slightly better than Exeter's, the Exeter's pack certainly has the ability to make that a wash.
Yeah.
And that's basically what happened in that game. Well, although I thought Munster had the edge for it, it ended up a wash. So what it really is the opportunity for Munster's backline, which I think is considerably better than Exeter's on paper.
It's also considerably better than it was in that fixture in the November.
Yeah, it's in October.
Sorry.
So that axis that you're talking about, Murray, Carberry, Scannell, Farrell, and then the wings and the fullback.
Yeah, Haley looking great as well.
So that whole axis has a chance to actually go and win a game.
Yeah.
Which wasn't what they did against Gloucester. The game was won and they danced in their grave. But this is a game really where having a better backline could be the difference.
For sure.
Scoring tries, finding tries. Are they going to do that? I think it's a good stepping stone marker for them, because I think Exeter are going to come hungry. They're in good form. They are a top side. They desperately want to do something in Europe, and they have the slimmest of opportunities to do that. They need to win by 8 points.
They have literally they're at that point in the season. It's always fun at this point in the season when there's the last game and there's like one or two teams that are still, they know what they have to do, but it's bloody tough, and it's like they have to nothing shy of pretty much a perfect performance. We'll see them in there, and even then they're only getting the chance to get an away quarter final. So it may be that this is the next thing.
We got knocked out in 2013 when we were going for 3 in a row. And we didn't get it, obviously, because Claremont had beaten us home and away.
Knocked us out.
But we had to go to Exeter, and we had to max out and hope that Munster didn't.
Yes.
And as it happens, later in the day, Munster did. But we had to play Exeter, and we went over there and just like Leinster just had put a show on to try and do it. And that's the kind of thing that, well, maybe Exeter remember it, and maybe they'll want to do something similar themselves. They go on the road and go tries. Let's do this. Let's take on Munster. So Munster,
that's going to be the message. They're definitely going to be up for it, and they're going to bring it. And they have a better pack than Gloucester, so it'll be more of a test in that area.
Totally.
But I do still thoroughly rate Munster's pack and chances, and I also think I do rate what Munster have outside that more than what I rate Exeter have outside.
Not only that, I rate Munster's ability to cope with not being as dominant as they are a lot of the time. I still rate their ability to cope with not being dominant so much more than I rate Exeter's, because Exeter, as soon as they are dominant, they just have nothing.
Yes, that's true.
And that's like they dominate their games or they lose games.
Yes,
that's Exeter.
That's it. That's true. It's what annoys you about them, and you're right. And Munster, the other thing in terms of intangibles, whatever about better team, it is in Thomond Park. And Munster are going to be buoyed by a performance and looking to put a nice stamp seal top of the group. Thanks very much. Bring on the Six Nations. We'll see you after. That's what they're looking to do, and that's going to be a hefty challenge. And I do ultimately see Munster prevailing in it.
I do too.
I do think they're strong.
I certainly think if Carberry gets man of the match next week and they run in a bunch of tries, that'll be perhaps a better indication.
This is a better test.
I think it is,
because it'll be Murray, it'll be Carberry again, and it'll be good to see.
That's where you want to attack Exeter. That's like exactly. They wanted to attack Gloucester through the middle and did so and won the game that way. This week, Exeter aren't weak where Gloucester were weak through the middle. They're weak perhaps on the outside, so you get to go there and win the game. And
big game for Scannell as well. Scannell's link in distribution as well. He's playing well. But he'll have to play a slightly different game, a bit wider. Which will suit Joey arguably as well. This is where we want to be.
It's all good.
It's an exciting fixture.
Still would like to see from their backline just a little bit of shape.
That's the problem.
That's the only thing that I've noticed. It's just that even with all these men, you never see like a screen out of them.
Well, like you do, but they're very slow to do it. The only things they're quick about getting on are those immediate, like around the ruck forward pods. They are very diligently efficient, and you'd love to see the same kind of drive with the back line, but it isn't there yet.
Not yet.
And it's just like, I hope it's coming, because Haley is a ball player as well at fullback. So Carberry, Haley,
get him in the game.
If you have screen moves, have the two centres running short lines, and then people like they have players like Tommy O'Donnell who can play that game. If you put him in the wide challenge, he's a marauding carrier. Against backs, he's a marauding carrier. He does tend to get injured if you have him doing too much of the physical grunt. He doesn't look as good as when he's out there. So it's like there's such a scope personnel wise for Munster to get wider than they do. And Joey is just the man to do it.
It's not just get wider, but do it with a bit of shape and a bit of structure. And that's not on the players. That's not on the talent. That's just on whether the coaches are going to assemble it.
Yeah, well, it's a matter of priorities, and they don't seem to have it. But it is still very irritating in at points in games, particularly in the 22, because like it's the same kind of thing that like they can break out of their own half and get as far as the 22, but then slow things up immediately, and then like it just means that the forwards are rushing to their positions to be pods, carry, but very often the backs aren't. They aren't in any hurry to get into any quick shape, or where they really should be, because you can think like one quick switch, if it's gone from this side to that side, if 3 backs make a sweeping move, we can score a quick try. Lovely stuff. Doesn't seem to happen just yet. No, I'm waiting for it. Because I do think that all the nuts and bolts are there.
Totally. Because Farrell's a good man for a short ball as well, so you can run that all day.
Exactly.
And guys can run off him and outside
Haley
him.
Outside him. Haley's a baller. Like ball in hand, he looks really lovely.
I just like the shape of the idea of a simple like Saracen screen is what Saracens do. You have Joey at first receiver. You've Farrell running short off him, you've Scannell in behind and Haley in behind Scannell,
which gives you access to whatever wingers you play. Hopefully Sweetenham's coming back,
and hopefully you have a short runner off Scannell as well, so that you've always got the option to cut it in if the defence are catching you, but you also have the option to flash it wide, and you have that all the way through the move. That's what Saracens do so well. And then within that shape, it's all about the decision making, which is usually dead on if you're Saracens.
But the other thing, like it's a risk when you see teams like Glasgow, it's who do try and do that. It's a risk when you get that wide that there's just no support, particularly for a team like Munster who prefers
there.
Well, you do, but also like I'm just thinking all of those men in that Munster backline, like they're under, particularly like you look at Keith Earls as the model, it's under Joe's model. They have no problem getting into rucks, and they can resource them just as well. In fact, like they're keen to do that a lot of the time.
Indeed,
They monster people in rucks, which is great. But it's just like you shouldn't have any worries about retaining the ball. Then just put a few shapes in, just allow yourself to access that space, because they do, even in attack, even in dominant performances, they take a little too long to score their tries. They're very bludgeoningly physical. Thank you.
It's a good word.
Yes, it is. I wanted to get it right. But they're very physical, but very often you're looking at it, and it even if the try comes, you see it 3 phases earlier, and it's like it's there, it's right, and it's gone. It didn't happen. It was a pick and jam. And it's like, you'd love to see a bit more.
So there's top inch stuff for Munster to work on, and a big game this weekend against Exeter, which we're all looking forward to.
Another pool decider. These are the top 2. The other game in that pool is complete dead rubber now.
Doesn't matter.
It's who was it?
Cast against Gloucester.
Yes.
That doesn't.
To that, don't watch that one.
No, and neither side will pick a full team.
No. Like
would Gloucester be wise to rest Cipriani, having rushed him back?
True. Possibly Thorley too. I wouldn't be picking Jaco Creel. I don't know. You can I'd rest Ben Morgan as well. Like
good boy needs a rest.
And they have a lot to do in the Premiership as well. So they'll be.
And they're in the mix in the Premiership. So
I suppose we'll pivot then to our last pool.
Thanks for watching the Overlap Rugby podcast. If you want to subscribe, there should be a button up here. Don't forget to give us a like and share with your friends, and please leave comments down below. We love the conversation. Thanks.